Hi, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today is a very special day. It is the 1st of September, and in the Galactic calendar, we have some big things happening. So today we're going to talk about the Red Dragon WaveSpell, which we're going to be experiencing for the next 13 days. But we're also going to talk about this other thing that's happening that the Red Dragon WaveSpell brings in. And this is a brand new spin of galactic time. So for those of you who've been following my channel, you know that we have been in the process of completing the Green Castle of Enchantment. And so on the 31st, yesterday, we completed that Green Castle of Enchantment, which was the 5th castle or 52-day segment of time within each spin of galactic time. And so now as we move into this Red Dragon WaveSpell, we are initiating the Red Eastern Castle of Turning. Sorry, I'm still getting all this terminology straight. The Red Eastern Castle of Turning. And so this is the first of 5 52-day castles or segments of time that make up this brand new galactic spin that we are beginning. So it's very, very powerful. This is a huge initiating energy. This is a huge birthing energy. And so we're going to talk about these energies. We're going to talk about how we can best take advantage of them. And I am going to be doing a reading as well and pulling a few cards. So I'm going to try to remember to timestamp that down in the box below for anyone who wants to skip to the reading. But honestly, this is really powerful stuff that we're talking about right now. So I hope that people watch this part of the video so that you have sort of a grasp on this energy. And so the Red Dragon WaveSpell is the first WaveSpell of the Dream Spell journey, and it marks the Dragon Genesis. This WaveSpell opens the Red Eastern Castle of Turning, which is the first castle of the Dream Spell count. Through turning, the planetary kin attain the power of entering. Let us enter a new Dream Spell journey. And for those of you who are just joining us, I'll explain this briefly. So we have cycles within cycles within cycles when we're working with the galactic calendar. And the more you guys watch, the more you'll become familiar with them because we talk about them a lot. So we have these castles. There are 5 castles in each spin of galactic time, and they each contain 52 days. And during these 52 days, they each contain 4 wave spells, which are periods of 13 days, where we have an overriding galactic energy guiding those 13 days. So what we're going to be talking about today is the Red Dragon WaveSpell, which is, as we read, the first WaveSpell of the Dream Spell journey, and sort of the overriding energy that we're going to be experiencing within the next 13 days. Each day has its own galactic signature. And so that galactic signature plays into the larger galactic signature. And that signature is also sort of encased within a tone for each month. There are 13 tones of creation. And the moons or months of the galactic calendar move through these 13 tones of creation. So right now we're in the 2nd moon of the galactic calendar, which is the lunar moon of challenge. Our galactic years begin on the 26th of July and go until the 24th of July in the next year. Then we have a day out of time where we sort of pause. It just is. We just are. We just sit in that energy of being, that energy of contemplation, of receptivity, of openness. And then we move the next day into the next galactic year. So for those of you who are interested in finding out the overriding energy of this galactic year, check out the Yellow Electric Seed video, which is in, there's a, what's the word I'm looking for? A playlist that relates to it. I forget what it's called, Wave Spells and something. But it'll be clear that that's the Mayan astrology playlist. So check that out if you want to find the Yellow Electric Seed video for those who are just joining. I know we have some new subscribers and I want to welcome you guys. You are so beautiful. And I know a lot of you came from Empath Uprising. And so like I'm having so much fun connecting with you guys on there. You're amazing. Pete's amazing. The whole Empath Uprising tribe is amazing. So welcome from the bottom of my heart to everyone who's tuning in from that. Excuse me. So I know that was a lot of information, but that's sort of the energies that we're working with. These are some of the major cycles that we're working with here. And so, yeah, we're in this whole new galactic spin here. We are in this Red Eastern Castle of Turning It is the energy of entering, the energy of beginning. So it's very, very powerful. And within this red Eastern castle of turning, we have 4 wave spells, the first of which is this red dragon wave spell. Let's see. What else do I want to read for you guys here? In the dream spell token, the red dragon is the solar seal number 1, which is also associated with the color red, being part of the red root race of the spiritual initiators. The red dragon archetype has the action of nurturing, the essence of being, and the power of birth. By being the seal 1 and the bearer of the first wave spell of the dream spell journey, the dragon wave spell relates to the alpha power of number 1. The red dragon wave spell represents initiation, rebirth, and the awakening of spiritual being. It is the first day of the sacred Tolskin calendar count. I always struggle with this word. Tolskin count of 260 days, which is a feminine cycle by nature. It takes approximately 260 days for a woman to become a mother and for a new human being to develop inside the mother's womb. The red dragon archetype symbolizes the sacred feminine matrix, or uterus, of the mystery of life, both terrestrial and spiritual. Mother Earth was also a metaphorical dragon during her volcanic period, manifesting the fertility which brought the possibility of life on this planet. The beginning of a new harmonic period of 260 days is a new opportunity to be reborn, to conceive new life, to embrace a new spiritual life, or to create new life projects. A call to start again on the sacred path of living in harmony with the natural cycles of time, and in doing so, to honor the maternal and feminine aspects of humanity. So really, really powerful energies that we're working with here. And we're just going to see, we're covering a lot of ground here. So we're going to ask Spirit to give us the energy for the red dragon wave spell. But we're going to know that these energies can go beyond, right? And we know that time isn't linear anyway. So like the energies can always, they can always go beyond the time period that we're talking about. But we're going to ask Spirit to really focus on this red dragon wave spell, as opposed to going larger with it. So we can get a good idea of what the next 13 days will be like, and of course beyond. And we know that, sorry, brain is trying to catch up with the mouth here. Yes, September, we are moving into that Virgo new moon, and we are also moving into that 9/9 portal. And that video will be out in the next couple days, but I have been linking the video that I did on Empath Uprising with Pete in the description box below, where we talked about the 9/9 portal energies. So if you guys want a sneak peek at those energies, check that video out. Also check out his channel. The Empath Uprising community is amazing. That channel is amazing. There's lots of really good stuff on there. So yeah, if you want a sneak peek at those energies. But we have this 9/9 portal energy. We have this 9 energy of completion that we're working with in the month of September. But then we're starting out the month also with this galactic energy of creation, of birthing, of initiation. So it's really interesting to see how these energies move together or combine. And of course, with every ending, we have a new beginning. So we see how we're closing things out, we're completing things, but then we're also beginning and birthing new things. And it is, of course, in those beginning stages right now. There were a lot of messages that were channeled to me around the 9/9 portal when I was preparing to do that video on Empath Uprising. But one of the things that also came through was that it was a birthing portal. And so now I'm understanding that energy more. The energy of completion was big, but there was also that birthing portal energy. And I was like, that's interesting. But it's starting to, I'm understanding more where that energy is coming from and how it's really, this red dragon energy is really pulling that, is really part of that process, influencing that energy, because we are, of course, going to be experiencing the 9/9 portal during the red dragon wave spell. So this is helping us with the creation process. As we are allowing things to complete, we're creating things as well. So really, really, really powerful. So this red dragon energy is all about nurturing, birth, and being. And so these are the energies that we're going to be working with. And as it is this first wave spell in the dream spell count, this first initiating energy as we begin this new galactic spin, It is an energy. Wow, sorry guys. My brain keeps like turning on and shutting off and turning, which I guess is good. Like it's when it shuts off is actually probably better. But I keep things keep coming into my mind and then leaving, which is really interesting this morning. Let me see if I can kind of rein this in for a second. I'm also on a time crunch while I'm shooting this video, so that can be a little bit stressful sometimes. If I don't have time to do the reading portion, I will get back to that, and I will do that within the next couple days, and I apologize if that's the way that it goes. Just a lot of things being juggled right now. So let's see, this Red Dragon WaveSpell. It is a reset. So it is that chance to reset, to really take stock, right? Take inventory and really pull in some of that Virgo energy. So to pay attention to what this past galactic spin has taught us and what it is. And this plays right into that 9/9 portal energy of completion, right? What are we ready to release? What are we ready to let go of? What fears did we allow to run us in previous cycles and previous spins that we're now ready to liberate ourselves from? Where is it that we want to move from this moment forward? What is it that we want to move toward? And this energy, once again, links in really well with that 9/9 portal energy, which is a lot about that energy of consistently choosing the new timeline that we aligned ourselves with during the 8/8 Lionsgate portal. And so it's that energy of choosing as well. And a lot of energies really that coincide well with Virgo season, right? Because we also have this energy of nurturing. And so during this initiatory 13 days, as we begin this new galactic spin, we're really being asked to look at the ways that we nurture ourselves. Do we know how to nurture ourselves? How do we nurture others? And do we know how to nurture ourselves first? Do we know how to keep our cup full before we begin offering that cup to others, right? Remember, we share our cup to overflowing, or we fill our cup to overflowing, and we share the excess with the world. And so do we know how to fill our cup to overflowing? Right? And really taking that self-care into account, really taking that nurturing energy and bringing that back to the self, knowing that we are worthy and deserving of all of the nurturing that we want to give to others, right? Knowing that and learning how to practice that. So this is a time, even though it is an initiating and a birthing energy, it is also a time where we're being asked to kind of like pull back a little bit. We're being asked to care for ourselves. We may want to take some time out in order to rest, in order to really recalibrate and allow this reset to occur. But at the same time, we are looking at what it is that we are wanting to birth and create. But we're looking at it from that introspective point, from that quiet place, from that place of restoration and rejuvenation. This is also the energy of being. So we're really being asked within these next 13 days and beyond to practice the art of being. Am I able to just be? What does it mean to just be? Always constantly pulling ourselves back to the present moment. And this is a really perfect way to begin a new spin of galactic time, right? With this energy of being, because it really sets the stage for the next 259 days. It's each dream spell journey is 260 days, right? So if today is that first day, we have 259 more days to go. So it really sets the stage for that. When we are able to come into this centered place of being, when we are able to be present in the now, and then we act from that place of being. And when we act from that place of being, we never have to worry about whether we're making the right choice or not. It all flows very naturally because we're present in the moment. We're not having anxieties about the future or regrets about the past. We're not basing our decisions off of those two things. We're simply centered in ourselves in the moment, and the choices that are the right for us naturally unfold. And so it's that art of being, practicing that art of being. And practicing that art of nurturing as we then move forward. All right. I think that actually sums it up pretty well. I will read for you guys from the Astro Dream Advisor. And I'll also read for you let's see. I'll also read for you you guys know what I'm trying to say right now. The affirmations. We're going to pull up the affirmations first. The first affirmation is, I unify in order to nurture, attracting being. I seal the input of birth with the magnetic tone of purpose. I am guided by my own power doubled. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. And the secondary affirmation is, I am Imix, dragon. I am your life source and womb. I support you. I feed you. And the guidance is to focus on self-nurturance and accepting the nurturance of the universe. Open your being to the intimately supported and provided for by life. And then we have from the Astro Dream Advisor, Red Dragon represents the root source of life, the nurturance and support of primary being. And within it are found the primal waters of unity. This is where your deepest roots receive true nourishment. Red Dragon is the energy of form contained within the formlessness of the primordial sea. Primal trust means making choices with no guarantees, knowing that divine nurturance will provide what is needed for your journey. It means making choices moment by moment, implicitly trusting your innate steering mechanism of heart knowing. Primal trust implies surrendering to the will of the divine self, letting go of what your ego deems to be control of the outcomes in your life. It means deeply trusting the processes that are at work within your present spiral of evolution. The energy of Red Dragon asks you to embrace the depth of your receptivity. Perhaps you have been taught that it is better to give than to receive. Giving is a powerful way to learn how to receive, but it is not the whole picture. There is a circuit of completion in giving and receiving that happens within you and in your external world at the same time. If you trust unconditionally in the giving, you are not attached to how the gift is received. When you freely give, you fill your cup with sweet waters, which you can then offer innocently and purely to another. Know on one level that your gift is poured out universally, regardless of how it appears to be received. However, when the gift comes from the ego, it is limited by expectations and conditions. Love just is. It is neither given nor taken. Rather, it is simply discovered and allowed. The universe is an inseparable whole. Red Dragon represents the energy matrix lines that look like a web in the universe, through which all points are connected in time and space. This energetic web of communication is known as the crystal grid network. It is a cauldron of creation, a potent field in which all things are not only possible but constantly being created. Within this grid, the linear causality of time and space have been freed into an open system in which all time and all space exist and interact simultaneously. This grid connects the larger holograms of reality with our own. Its energy lines connect all places, times, and events, even those that are seemingly unrelated. All phenomena and all actions are part of this larger whole. It is the very foundation for telepathy and synchronicity. Red Dragon embodies unity, in which all things are one with the source. Yeah, so I really like this energy of primal trust. I really like this energy of giving and receiving and understanding how to do both and the importance of doing both, right? We talk about it as a circuit. There's a flow. And so that flow can only happen harmoniously when we are giving and receiving in tandem. When we are understanding that every time we give, we are receiving and vice versa. And we're giving from that open-hearted place, right? We're giving from that full cup, like we talked about. And we're also giving without that expectation of receiving back. And also, as I pointed out in here, we're giving without the expectation of how that gift is going to be received. Right? We're not looking for praise. We're not looking for people to gush with gratitude. We're not looking for affirmation and validation when we're giving. We're simply giving because when we are in that heart-centered place, it just pours out of us naturally. When our cup is full, right, and it's overflowing, that excess naturally needs to go somewhere. And so it's a natural state of being. It's not something that we have to force. It's not something that we have to think about. It's not something that we're doing from a manipulative point of view. It's something that is just naturally happening and flowing, and it's really, really beautiful when we can get into that state. And if we're not into that state, that just means, it probably means that we need to fill our own cup more first, that we need to plug into that energy of nurturing and really take care of ourselves. And as we talked about with the energy of Virgo season as well, it's very much about that self-care piece. Yes, it is about that service piece, but we talked about in the Virgo season video how the most important service that we can do is to care for ourselves. It's from that place that all else flows. Right? Just think about it. If you are depleted and you're giving, you're also doing a disservice to the person, not only to yourself, but to the person you're giving to, because you're not able to give them. You're not able to, the quality of what you're giving is not there. Right? Because you're already depleted. When you are giving from your overflow, the quality of what you're giving is that much more powerful. And so for people, I was thinking about this the other day, like for people who have trouble wrapping their heads around, like they're just givers, pure and simple. And so they're like, yeah, I know I need to take care of me, but that's the way to look at it. What you're giving others is not nearly the quality that it could be if you were taking care of yourself and filling your own cup first. Right? So really, really, I know, because we have so many givers on here. We have so many healers, empaths, people that just have this overwhelming love and this overwhelming desire to care for others on here. This is why I harp on this so much, because it's so incredibly important that you are caring for you first, that you are learning to put you first. And knowing that I am you and you are me. So when I put me first, it doesn't mean that I'm putting everybody, that I'm not caring about anybody else. It just means that the person that I have the most control over, the person that I can make the most difference with in this world is me. And so I'm going to make sure that I am the best that I can be. And when I am the best that I can be, then I am able to be of service to the world that much more powerfully. All right, so I think that's all we're going to say as far as the energies of this go. But I do really want, I do want to pull some cards. It's just not, the timing isn't going to work out right now because of everything else that I have going on today. So I'm going to do that as a separate video where we're going to do a reading for this Red Dragon WaveSpell. And possibly for this new spin of Galactic time as well. So we might break that up into 2 different segments for the reading. And I'll have that out for you guys in the next couple days, along with that 9/9 portal video. I love you so much. I appreciate you so much. And I will talk to you soon. Just know that in the description box below, there is a description of all the different services that I offer. You can reach out to me, shoot me an email if you want to do any one-on-one work. There are also links below to donate. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit that like button because it does help the channel to continue to grow and these messages to continue to get out to more people. You know, all the things that I say at the end of every video. I probably missed a couple things, but that's all right. I love you. I appreciate you. You are amazing. Step into this energy of being. Step into this energy of nurturing. And really, from that place of being and that place of being full, then begin to create what it is that you want to create in the world. But only from that place. So if you're not at that place yet, that's what this energy, that's what this wave spell is all about, is getting to that place first. We act from that place of being. We create from that place of being.